Success doesn't require rare talent or endless motivation. Instead, you must treat your habits like a system of interconnected parts. This timeline shows what happens when a digital distraction interrupts your study flow. Because of what psychologists call attention residue, your brain takes exactly 23 minutes to fully recover its concentration after just one single quick glance at a notification. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to build your personalized deep work system based on these engineering principles. Shifting away from temporary emotions and relying on a structural framework lowers the barrier to starting. We are going to remove the friction that typically stops you before you even begin. Step 1 is conducting a root cause audit. Look closely at your daily workflow to identify the exact external trigger that most frequently shatters your concentration. When the average person loses focus, they treat the symptom by wishing they had more willpower. An engineer looks at the exact same problem and searches for the root cause of the system failure. Engineers treat failure as data. A broken workflow isn't a reason to quit. It is simply information you can use to patch a vulnerability. Accurately diagnosing your specific point of failure is mandatory. You have to know exactly what breaks your attention before you can design a workspace where that specific distraction becomes physically impossible. Step 2 is environmental engineering, starting with the physical separation of your smartphone. Research shows that just having your phone visible in your workspace drains your available cognitive capacity. It needs to be in another room entirely. Next, you must eliminate your digital triggers. Turn off your desktop notifications and close down the team communication apps that manufacture artificial urgency. Finally, clear your visible desk of all remaining visual clutter to create a sterile, single-purpose environment. The required end state for this step is simple. Your workspace should be entirely devoid of red notification dots and characterized by absolute silence. Environment design always defeats willpower. By removing the temptation completely, you never have to waste a single drop of mental energy actively resisting it. Step 3 is building the focus block. Open your calendar right now and block out a daily, recurring session dedicated exclusively to deep work. This calendar visualization shows the exact architecture of the session. It splits into a 5-minute goal-setting warm-up, a 90-minute single-task execution phase, and a 5-minute review. If your attention span has atrophied, a full 90 minutes will be too difficult. Start with a 25-minute block to gradually rebuild your focus capacity, just like training a muscle. When Bill Gates served as CEO, he isolated himself for entirely uninterrupted think weeks. This intense, protected focus produced strategic memos that shifted the trajectory of his entire company. You need to treat this block of time with the exact same respect as a non-negotiable meeting with a CEO. This forces deep work to become your default mode of operation, rather than an exception. Step 4 is establishing a daily minimum standard. Identify the single core task you will execute during every single focus block. This is where true discipline applies. Discipline means executing that chosen task strictly because of a prior commitment, completely ignoring your current emotional state or lack of motivation. This graph demonstrates compounding. Notice how daily 1% improvements initially look flat. For the first few weeks, progress feels invisible, but maintain the habit and you cross a threshold of consistency. Tiny daily gains generate massive exponential growth and mastery. Consistency creates a cumulative effect. Executing moderately hard for years systematically outperforms the person who relies on intense, short-term bursts of effort. You now possess a protected time block, a fully engineered environment, and a tracking method that eliminates the friction of starting. Extraordinary lives are built through ordinary days. Do not expect the results to be explosive as you begin the process. The ability to focus is becoming rare, which makes the person who masters it exceptionally valuable in a distracted economy. Plan to execute your very first focus block tomorrow morning, and drop a comment below committing to your one goal.